Welcome to the Living Large Theater podcast, where we talk about the issues important to you. Admission is free. All you need is a sense of humor and a thirst for entertainment.
And welcome to another edition of the Living Large Theater podcast. I am Billy Santiago, along with my good friend of 36 years, Gary Rodriguez, super producer Noe Ayala, and special guest back again, Mr. Gotta Have It, the Texas Sportsman, Fred Rodriguez. We'll be talking with him coming just a little bit. But hey, you can find us on Facebook at Living Large Theater. Also, our email address. Send us a note. Let us know how we're doing. The Living Large Theater at gmail.com. And as always, you can find us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, and also on Amazon. And if you want to become a sponsor of the show, call our super producer, Noe Ayala, at 956-451-6033. Please, no calls after 10 a.m. because he's an old guy.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right. And right now, it's Gary Rodriguez.
Hey, thanks a lot, Bill. That's right. This is the Living Large Theater podcast, now in the middle of our second season, and we're blowing and going. I tell you what, the music industry has got topped on the head right now. The End of the World by John Rich and Tom McDonald is now the #1 song on iTunes, and no doubt why. With lyrics like this, first of all, John Rich is a country guy. Tom McDonald is a rapper, but a couple of lyrics feel like the end is near. Our freedoms are disappearing. People playing God, calling it genetic engineering. Media misleading us and evils interfering, while the government we need became the power that we are fearing. Again, number 1 on iTunes. That is End of the World by John Rich and Tom McDonald. Once again, welcome back to
Is it $1.29 to get that song?
I don't know. I do the monthly charge. It's $10.99 a month, but
Okay.
I listened to it. It's pretty good.
Is it?
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, it's inspiring, and it's also talking about a lot of the ills that are going on right now across America. You know, you have people in charge right now who have never had to make a payroll, and they're
Let me guess who he's talking about. Starts with a B's last name, ends with an N.
First of all, Joe Biden, absolutely in charge of the country and not doing very well at it. But I digress. This is the Living Large Theater. We have the Texas Sportsman here. And let me tell you why Fred Rodriguez is back. Noe Ayala, our super producer, has a mechanism for tracking how many people listen to the Living Large Theater podcast. And the episode that we did last year in 2022 with Fred Rodriguez, a Texas Sportsman, still ranks among the top 2 of all the episodes that we've done. And we've done quite a few. This is season 2, and Fred Rodriguez is up there with the most interesting and attractive podcast that we've done. And that's by audience response, audience comments. Margie from Weslaco wrote in, when will you have Fred Rodriguez, a Texas Sportsman, back on the Living Large Theater podcast? Well, Margie,
well, what do you know?
Today's your day.
I'm here.
Hey,
I'm here.
Fred Rodriguez, gotta have it. How you doing? Welcome back.
I'm doing great. Got to have it here on a beautiful, beautiful day here in the Rio Grande Valley. We're fixing to go out of town here in a little bit, and you caught me right in time.
Well, that's good. Well, you know,
right.
We've been putting this together for a long time, and there's such a big demand on Fred's time that we were lucky to have him here today, this morning, and able to record this 30-minute podcast. Because, like you said, as soon as the clock strikes 31, he's gone, and probably back down to the island.
We're going to toss it up there. We kind of like to either go east, west, or north.
Okay.
But not south.
Well, does the family get away?
Yeah, everybody gets away, but a lot of them are working. But yeah, you know, what I do here, the TV show, the magazine, on FM 100 KTEX, you know, we get to kind of like semi-retired. I'm enjoying just living the dream.
How is Mrs. Texas Sportsman, Cindy?
Well, she's doing great. She's doing really good. We just finished up a really nice hunt out in the wild, and she got her first nilgai bull.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And that's a thrill. You know, it's and then what we do is we process it, get it harvested, and you know, turn it into hamburger meat and steaks and all that sausage.
Some. You gave me some one time.
Yeah. So it's delicious. It's great. So we're looking forward to the fishing season that's coming up.
It's got the nilgai has a beef texture, but it's sort of a sweeter kind of taste to it, and I really enjoyed it. And Fred, not to pat myself on the back or stand on my soapbox, but I realized it was after that you had appeared on the Living Large Theater podcast that you got picked up by Channel 23, man. Congratulations.
Yes,
I'm not saying it's us.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's us at all. I'm just saying after you were on the show, you got picked up by Channel 23. What a big accomplishment that is for the Texas Sportsman. How'd that come about?
Well, it's just, as I said, back in my old days of being a car salesman, it's you just keep knocking on those doors and opportunity comes, and the good Lord provides. And
amen.
I'm going to tell you something, going back way in the history of the Texas Sportsman. The show started and originated on NBC 23, which is KVEO, and the show started 7:30 in the morning on Sunday morning. And now we're going to be back on the air, and we're on the air now, but coming in April, I'm very excited. 10 a.m. slot. Sunday morning.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday morning.
Perfect.
Get your bottle of cola ready. Get your big red baby. Let's get it going.
That's perfect. That's even before church for a lot of people.
Yeah. So, and plus, nowadays you can record the show as well. You can go to YouTube and you can check out all of the shows that the Texas Sportsman has over the past 26 years that we've been on TV.
Isn't that amazing, Fred? How technology's come.
I remember you guys when I had my outdoor report. I would go over there, and we would record it there in the K-Tech studio a long time ago there, and I think it was off of the highway in Harlingen.
Yeah.
And I'd go there and I'd do my my segment there, and now we're still on FM 100 K-Tech.
There you go. Hey, let's talk about the reach of the Texas Sportsman. You got the TV show.
Yep.
It's now on 23.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in other markets on TV as well?
Yeah, we're in Corpus Christi on KQLX.
Okay.
And we're on there Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And then we're in Laredo, CBS at 7:30 in the morning. And then we have, thanks to my brother and my pastor, Clark Ortiz, we're on his channels that he's connected with in the Christian ministry. And we're in Florida. We're in Las Vegas, California, Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice.
We're in Beaumont, Texas.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So the Texas Sportsman, that's why I changed the name to Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors.
Yeah.
Yes.
So does your advertising cadre have to have something to do with fishing or hunting, or can anybody get their message out there to Laredo, Corpus, Florida?
Absolutely.
Via the Texas Sportsman.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a mix, and you see a big mix. I'm going to just point this out right here in the not only the TV show, but in the magazine. Okay. Noe there to hold the magazine up there.
There you go. While Fred's doing that, I'll let you know what he's doing. He brought in some magazines. So not only is he on TV in several markets, he also publishes the Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors magazine. It's got a big, beautiful, cold Modelo Oro beer right there, and it says La Cerveza Liguera que Vale Oro. So obviously they're one of your top sponsors.
They sure are. And that's what, going back to the sponsors who can advertise. Anybody that has a business.
Give us fire me a phone number. Shoot me a phone number if you would.
Okay, phone number as in...
Well, for somebody who wants to sponsor on the Texas
somebody
Sportsman.
wants to give me a call, it's 956-776-4623. That's Fred Rodriguez. You can shoot me an email at fredrsportsman@yahoo.com.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. I've been watching this show called Lone Star Law. It's about game wardens all around the state of Texas, and they encounter people who are out there fishing with no fishing license, or they encounter people who are out there hunting with no hunting license and no tags. Now, I don't know what a tag is. I wouldn't know from a tag from a bag, but what kind of relationship do you have with Texas game wardens?
We have a very close-knit relationship with the game wardens. Some of my guys, when they go fishing with me, they call me the junior game warden because I'm so strict on everything.
You have to be. I've seen what they...
You got to tag that oversized redfish. You got to clip it. You got to date it. You got to do... There's so many different things that you got to do when you're out in the field. It's like you have the Bible of the laws of what Texas Parks and Wildlife is all about.
Why don't people do it? Is it easy, or is it hard to get a fishing license?
It's very easy. It's very easy. You just go get one. You go buy it. Okay. There's one day, and I'm not going to quote it because I don't know, but I always say turn on over to Texas Parks and Wildlife because you get a free day to go fishing in Texas. Okay, for anybody.
If you have a license.
No. Let's say you don't have a fishing license right now and you want to go fishing. I think it's June 5th, 6th, or 7th. Don't quote me. Okay, everybody listening, but we can watching. But you just check it out and you get to go fish. Let's say you're 35 years old, you've never gone fishing before, and your brother-in-law that's been going forever says, hey, Johnny, you want to go fishing?
Yeah.
It's a free day. So what that does is it gets those people that have never gone fishing before a chance to go try it.
Sure.
And if they like it, then that's when they buy their fishing license.
So that is the set day, sometime in June, or
so it's the first part of June. I think it might be the first Saturday, but I'm not sure. But I always go to TPW.
Okay.
You know, when I know that I'm going to go do something, whatever, and I'm not sure what the law is.
Yeah. Texas Parks and Wildlife.
I call them up and say, hey, we're going to do this.
Do they know you? I mean, do they have a relationship with them?
Absolutely.
That's good. So does that also pertain to hunting licenses?
Hunting license, of course. Then I'm a hunting guide. Okay. Also, so we have winter Texans, or you have people that come out from other states.
Sure.
What's the law there? Well, we got to know that. If I don't know that law, I call the game warden. What do I got to do here? What does this guy have to do here?
Yeah.
Okay. What age do you have to have a hunting license? What age do you have to have a fishing license?
Yeah, we don't want you breaking the law just to go have fun with your family or with your brother-in-law or your wife. And it's not that hard to be compliant.
Yeah, and just find out.
So how was last deer season for you, Fred?
Oh, last deer season was very good. What we love to do is, we're meat hunters, okay, me and my family, and we process that meat, and I don't have to buy hamburger meat for never, okay, and then we just shot this nail guy, and then I share it also with friends and family, yeah, so we're gonna do a little mulch there.
Right.
You turn it in, a big old thank you to of course Marco Aguilar and Eddie Aguilar, from the Aguilar's Meat Market. That's where I get all my deer stuff processed.
Oh, nice. They've got one there on 107 in Edinburgh. Pretty good people. Good people.
Very nice people.
Now you also do a little cooking segment. Is Cindy there behind the scenes, or is she in there with you?
Actually, when we do the cooking segments, Cindy's usually holding my iPhone, and she's doing it there. I'm cooking in our kitchen.
Okay.
Whether I'm cooking redfish on the half shell, or I'm gonna wrap some quail or some dove.
Yeah.
We do stuff like that.
Well, not only that, you also take care of the aesthetics. Your kitchen's clean. You don't make a mess. I've seen some of these cooking shows where the chef or the cook is just messy, and it sort of takes away from the attraction of the dish that they're preparing. And I was watching one the other day, and the guy had like grunge under his fingernails. I'm like, come on, man, you're a world-rated chef, and you're cooking food for 50 people, and you have grunge under your fingernails.
Yeah, and you got to have everything clean. I'll put it to you this way: we have. I'm going to bring up and pitch this and promote this show that's coming up April 9th on Easter Sunday.
Okay.
And we went to Joe Buck's Whitetails.
Sure.
Okay. Dr. Joey.
That's one's got the Roberto Pulido tied into it, right?
Yeah. Well, that's Dr. Joey Longoria is a chiropractor here in McAllen, and it's his ranch.
Okay.
And so that's his father-in-law. Okay. And his wonderful wife, beautiful wife, Alma. Very nice hostess. So I hooked up with a chorizo company. It's called Mama Julia Chorizo out of Houston, Texas. Mama Julia Chorizo. You can find it at HEB. They have it there. And so I got them as a sponsor, and I did a cooking segment, so you can enjoy that. And that's me cooking right there at the ranch in his outdoor kitchen. Yeah. And there's something different when you cook in a kitchen at your house. You cook at a restaurant, but when you're outdoors and you have that breeze there, everything's just going great.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Talk to me about the Lenten season. Now, a lot of people eat fish during the Lenten season. Mm-hmm. Any recipes you could recommend? Anything? I mean, I'm pretty much shrimped out right now, but
well, if you have you ever tried, of course, ceviche? Okay, let's talk about ceviche for a little bit. Everybody makes their ceviche a little different, little twist, stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you, our super producer Noe Ayala has a place in Port Isabel. He picks it up by the gallon, pretty much. Mm-hmm. So, share us your recipe for ceviche.
Well, the ceviche, what I like to do is, of course, my favorite fish to cook it in is going to be the red snapper. Okay.
Okay.
Red snapper is a good fish, good firm fish. So what you do is you chop it up in little dices. Okay. You can get one fillet and you cut it up into little chunks, tiny chunks. You just know the size of it. Get your lemon juice. You get like 5 or 6 of those, put it in a big bowl. Every hour on the hour for 4 hours, you got to go in there, pull it out and mix it around. You get it done. Okay. Because the lime juice is what's cooking the fish.
And you leave it in there a total of how long?
4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah. Probably at 2.5 hours, I'm ready to eat it, but I can't.
Okay.
Not yet. You got to hold on.
Because it's got to be cooked, and it gets cooked through the acidic acids there.
Yeah. And in between those 4 hours, okay, when I'm having a Modelo Oro, you're making the pico de gallo.
Yeah.
So you have the pico de gallo. So and then on the fourth, look, I think Noe's mouth is watering already.
Yeah. I'm about to eat the spike.
So we should have brought a little sample there, but anyways, then you put in the pico de gallo. Okay. Then you put a little bit. This is what I do. I add a little bit of salt. Then I add a little bit of celery salt. Okay. Then some pepper. All right. And then here's the kicker that a lot of people don't do that I do, and mine is off the chain, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. I put ketchup in it, Worcestershire sauce, and Tabasco sauce.
In your ceviche.
Mix it all up into that ceviche.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Did you get that down, Billy?
Come on. Are y'all taking notes? Y'all are going to want to rewind this here in a little bit. Okay. And then when it's all done, on the top, it's done all that, get some diced avocado.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's the kicker right there.
Dude, put that.
That is
as my buddy says,
the kicker.
He says put it on a cracker. I say put it on whatever, brother.
There you go. It's delicious. Hey, we're talking with Fred Rodriguez, a Texas sportsman, here on the Living Large Theater podcast. Gotta have it. Don't forget, you can find us on Facebook at Living Large Theater or the Living Large Theater at gmail.com with the email. You want to get a sponsorship? Call up Noe Ayala, 956-451-6033, just to give you a couple of updates on some podcasts we'll be doing in the very near future. In April, we will be interviewing Super Tejano legend Joe Lopez from the Super Grupo Mas. We're going to have that for you. He is celebrating 45 years in the music industry. He's a great guy. He's going to be here on the Living Large Theater podcast. And then also later in April, we are going to do a live on-the-spot broadcast from Wing Daddies in Far, Texas. And we're going to meet with their general manager, and we're going to sample some of their great food. And we're going to, of course, have a couple of cold brewskis. But today, it's all about Fred Rodriguez, a Texas sportsman. Fred, got to have it. So talk to us about the business aspect of what you do on South Padre Island. I don't know if you know it, but I think you do, that you drive a lot of people to go to South Padre Island just through your videos of you being in the bay, you having fun with your wife, you being out there in the sun and fishing. Do they know that you're driving people to the island? Not literally in your truck, but
yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, I'm turning here to my magazine right here, and I'm looking at the upcoming tournament that's coming up with the Shallow Sport tournaments coming up. If you go to the back page, okay, and then you go over here. So South Padre Island, we as a Texas Sportsman TV show and magazine, we are members of the chamber. Okay, we're also set with the South Padre Island Convention Center as marketing. I would say on the committee, okay, that we went to a class there and we learned, and that people may have questions and stuff like that, but we're always promoting South Padre Island because this is where we grew up.
It's essentially your base of operations.
Yeah, we're so in love with the place. It's our backyard. It's my little haven. It's our heaven that we take care of, and we're always promoting fishing tournaments. Anybody out there that wants to promote their fishing tournaments, we get involved with nonprofit as well. Yeah, we want to help out.
You're a part of the fabric of the community, and like I've been saying, I think I said it last time when we broadcast from the Courtyard by Marriott, thanks to Mr. Barry Patel.
Yes,
Fred Rodriguez ought to run for mayor of South Padre Island. I know you'd win, and I'm going to say it again: run.
I think I'm going to run for a shrimp basket. That's what I'm going to do.
Let me ask you this. I see a lot of people on the beach side of the island, and they're fishing in the surf. I guess that's surf fishing, but what are they fishing for? Could a fish possibly go there with all the people in the water? I mean,
Sometimes, yes, to answer your question, you can catch some whiting that are out there. Okay. You can catch some whiting that are out there where people are also playing in the water. It's kind of hard to catch a
So
redfish
get away from them if you're
or
going to do that.
trout. Yeah. So what we'd like to do, if you want to really do some serious surf fishing, what you want to do is go past Andy Bowie Park, as we call it.
Farther to the north.
Yeah, go north, and then I did a great shark show with my buddies with Prodigy Fishing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they're out of Brownsville, and we went and did a shark show out there, and the guy has the rigs and everything. So there are sharks out there, but you got to, the guy was on his jet ski going like 600 yards way out there, and then he puts a chunk of a fish out there and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
you also call it chum.
Well, chum is a different thing. Chum is when you cut up a bunch of fish, okay, and then you just throw them out there and stuff like that. That's chum, when you're chumming it over.
Yeah. Do y'all play that song from Jaws?
Well, we have to get the rights on that one. So.
Hey, what about fishing off the jetties? I've seen people doing that too.
The best time to go out there is just about coming to an end. But I'm going to tell you what, sheephead fishing off the jetties is going on right now. Okay. It starts in mid-January. That's where they're spawning. You'll see hundreds, thousands of sheephead at the tip of the jetties. And whether you're on a boat or you're at the tip of the jetties, you're going to catch them. You can also catch redfish, black drum. It's just a mix. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a box of chocolate.
Who are some of your favorite captains out there? Is Captain Murphy still one of the top dogs out there?
Excuse me. Yes, Captain Murphy's is not only one of the top ones, but he is one of my sponsors.
Oh, nice.
They've been around forever.
Yeah, they have.
And
they've got top of mind recognition right there, Captain Murphy's.
Captain Murphy's. When I started the show back in the 90s, I did a show with the Captain Papa Murphy.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And now Stephen and Patrick and Lisa G, they all take care of me over there. When we go fishing with Captain Murphy's, they do those tours too that you can go to Captain Murphy's and you can go to the Brownsville Ship Channel and you can check that out as well. I mean, how many people have not gone down to the Brownsville Ship Channel?
I've never been to I got to be careful. The Ship Channel. I've never been there.
Va a ir para el Ship Channel y va a ir a pescar unos truchas.
Hey, Fred, how has the SpaceX setup affected?
It's there. It's not gotten in my way at all whatsoever. No, not at all. I mean, Mr. Musk do what he's got to do, and we do keep doing what we do. And it's just all coming in line. One of these days I'd like to talk about that new bridge that's coming up. We've been talking about it, but
that's
the new causeway. The new causeway.
One of these days. Today, where?
Today is the day.
Where's that going to be?
I've heard through grapevine. Don't quote me. Don't send any hate mail. Like I already get enough. Okay, but it's lonely at the top, Gary.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Absolutely. No,
but
I know.
Somewhere around Holly Beach.
I've been there all my life.
Somewhere around Holly Beach is supposed to come there and
okay, for those of us who've been going to the island for 100 years but don't know where Holly Beach is, where is that?
Okay, do you all know
relative to Port Isabel or Port Mansfield? I know.
Nudist Beach?
Back it up. No. That's another subject on another day on another channel. Okay. So no, what we're doing is Holly Beach. Okay, if y'all know where the golf course is, Laguna Madre, the Laguna Vista golf course.
Yes.
Okay, before you get there on the back way from the Bayview Road, because you're talking to somebody that grew up in Harlingen. I know the valley from South Padre Island all the way to.
You can drive it with your eyes
closed.
Once
I finish Laredo, I'm lost. No, I'm just kidding. Zapata, yeah, no, we go there too. But okay, so Holly Beach is the Bay Area to the left before the golf course.
Okay,
so that
starting there, it's going to be
somewhere.
4 lane.
I don't know. You'd have to talk to some people from Cameron County.
Who's funding it? The state or the county?
I plead the fifth, sir. I don't know any
well,
more about that.
The reason I bring that up because I think most people would be more than willing to pay a slight toll fee if they can get to the island a little quicker than going on the Queen Isabella Causeway.
Yeah, maybe the mayor of South Padre Island, maybe
that would be you soon.
Cameron County.
Speaking of the
judge, you are the unofficial mayor, by the way.
Speaking of the Queen
I would say
Isabella,
ambassador. I'll take ambassador.
Okay, ambassador.
Okay.
speaking of the Queen Isabella Causeway, I was watching TV last night, and there was a show called Engineering Catastrophes, and lo and behold, they had the September 14th, 2001 tragedy where the barge knocked out a couple of the pillars from the bridge, and I think 13 people fell off, drove into the water, and a couple of fishermen were able to save 3 of those. The guy's name is Robert Espiricueta. I mean, what a hero! Him and his family and friends pulled people out of the water that night, and I think that, you know, my point of bringing that up is the island was hurting for a long time after that, because I know they got the bridge back up operating in record time because they had an disincentive program with TxDOT. And so I think the island was back up November 14th of that same year. And I would have thought, well, it would have taken.
We were out there for the grand opening of the causeway. Remember, Gary?
Yeah, beautiful, really, really good. And I think that we need another bridge, and why we haven't had one already is a mystery that you know, somebody else has the answer to. I don't know. Hello. Okay, talking to Fred Rodriguez, the Texas Sportsman. Gotta have it. So you're coming up soon, April 9th. You're having a big show on Easter. Tell us again what it is.
Well, that's going to be the where my wife goes hunting. We go hunting to the San Jose. We go to Joe Buck Whitetail. Sorry, I do a lot of selling of different ranches with different owners. Okay,
Yeah.
so but we're gonna go Joe Buck Whitetails. Okay,
Nice.
before that, on April the 2nd, when we debut at 10 a.m., I'd like to big old thank you to this
Yes,
guy.
sir.
This guy right here.
Oh,
OCDs.
OCDs.
Call OCDs, OAG Law Firm.
Nice, man.
Okay.
Your magazine's starting to look like Social Life. All you got is ads in there.
You know, we do have stories. We do have stories in there.
That's good. This is a
They
beautiful
gotta have
magazine.
it, man.
But I tell you what, Social Life has been around for a long time. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
great people,
Tell you
that
what.
make it. You know, that's what the Valley's all about. And I'm one of
Bronson and
those.
Sally are doing a great job.
You
over
know,
there.
I like to help everybody, man, that I can. You know, if they want to put an ad in my magazine, let's do it.
Absolutely.
I think we should hold hand.
Hey,
I
we're-
want to hold your hand.
So you got the fishing season coming up, Fred. If
Yep.
somebody would like to do a fishing exhibition or
Yeah, what we do there, Billy, is if people want me to go, if they want me to take them fishing, okay, I can, but it has to be on a show because I'm not an official guide.
Okay,
However,
gotcha.
people that want to go fishing, well, they'll call me and then I forward them to, like you asked me earlier, the guides that I work with.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Captain John Reese, Captain Walter Bodie, Aaron Wittrick, Captain Mark
Yeah.
Guillot, you know, and
They're licensed to take people out.
they're
Right.
licensed.
Well,
you
I
know.
notice a lot of times you go out, you're with a captain.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do that. I've gone it where we're fixing to do a show here on the on Gabby Vanunu's shallow sports that he rents out.
Yeah.
Okay, there in Port Isabel.
Hey, hook us up with Gabby. We want to have him on the show. Gabby Vanunu, owner of Ocean Motion.
Ocean Motion, Salt Life.
Yes.
I mean, he's got so many stores.
Oh, he owns Salt Life?
yeah, he owns Salt Life too.
Did not know that. Hey, don't forget, we're with Fred Rodriguez at Texas Sportsman. Gotta have it. And as he mentioned earlier, May 11th through the 13th, it is the Owners Tournament 2023 featuring over $250,000 in prizes. It's the biggest and best owners tournament in Texas.
So, Fred, when's your show premiere on NBC 23? Is already on NBC 23.
It's already on there right now, but our new time is going to be, and our solid time is going to be April 2nd, 10 a.m. on KVEO NBC 23 on Sunday mornings.
All right, Fred, thanks for stopping by today. It's the South Texas Sportsman. You got to have it. I'm Billy Santiago along with Gary Rodriguez, super producer Noe Ayala. Until the next time, have yourself a good one. And Fred, take us out.
All right, I tell you what, as I say, gotta have it. Y'all have a wonderful day from the crew.